Man, before I start this video is not to promote violence. Man, it's truth, man. It's truth. Man, let's save our youth, man. The streets dead. Now let's get to this video.
Y'all know I do it. I like to get on here and speak my mind. Hope you use it in your everyday life. What I want to speak on is Boosie. Boosie caught the same thing I caught, the hood syndrome. The case of the hood syndrome. When you start caring about what the hood think, it tears your life up, brings you a lot of pain, brings your family members pain, because you find yourself doing things to try to keep the hood's love, to impress the hood. Boosie's a good dude. Boosie was trying to go down the right path, but he couldn't shake that hood syndrome. He wanted to impress the hood. So anytime anything came up, he had to be the super nigga for the hood. Oh, Boosie, you the realest. Keep going, Boosie. We love you, Boosie. You the only real nigga street left. That shit got to his head. Same thing niggas told me. Man, plus you're a real nigga, man. We see you in all the clubs, nigga. You out here with your jewelry on. You come down city, man. Yeah, I was dumb. I was stupid. That didn't make me a gangster. Because I came to your city with no security and all my jewelry. God was with me. Like they say, God looks out for two people, babies and fools. I was a fool. When I look back on that, I shouldn't have been in them cities with that jewelry. I don't give a fuck how real I am. If anything, it'll say your hood is a bitch if you allow a nigga like me to come in your hood with all my jewelry. So you don't think that, do you? So each way it go, y'all can't make up rules and say a nigga a bitch if he don't come in the hood. Then you saying a nigga real if he came in the hood. So if he came in the hood with his jewelry on, so what y'all saying? He real? Or y'all bitches? Which one is? You can't pick and choose. That's what Boosie got caught up with. That's why every time something came up, he had adjusted. Even though if it hurt friends' feelings, he had to speak out because he had chose the side of the hood. He had to say what he thought the hood wanted him to say. And that's Boosie's downfall. The hood got him shot. The hood got him in the position he in now because where he went to was the hood. He had no business shooting no video like that with a gun in his back, but he had to because he in the hood. You know how dangerous the hood can be. So he put himself in a dangerous situation because people gonna say, man, Boosie real nigga, he out there with us. Hood syndrome. You won't catch Jay-Z shoot no video like that in that kind of environment. You won't find a lot of rappers, but Boosie had to go do that to show niggas, and that's what caused Boosie, that hood syndrome. Anytime somebody said something about some ratting, if it's his friends, anybody had to speak on it. Man, fuck that nigga, I'm through fucking with him. Because he knows what the hood want to say. He fell in love with that hood shit. That was me. I stood in the hood every day because I want people to say, man, you see Pussy in the hood every day. He's always here. I didn't want to be there. But I want to show my people love, that I'm still with y'all. But not knowing those same people go turn their backs on you when things get rough and tough. I had to shake it. Once I got that mentality of doing shit for the hood, didn't give a fuck no more, I became a better person. Caused less charges. Stay out of less problems. But in the hood, all I did was catch charges, gun charges, or either riding around getting pulled over every day. Because I had to be in the hood. That's what come with being in the hood. Boosie was caught up with that hood syndrome. That's what got him where he at now. Now what I want to speak on is the situation he in. Boosie been here before. Went to prison, lost everything. His kids and shit had to go back to the hood. Homeboys turned their backs on him. He'll tell you some of the interviews. We went to prison the first time. Lost $1 million home because he couldn't afford it. People tell him they gonna do this and that because everybody counted Boosie out. They say he was over with. He had 9 murders. He never see the streets again. His kids went back to being poor. Them kids had a hell of a good life. So when I say Boosie go tell something, this is not me putting a snitch card on Boosie's name. Out of respect, I'm just speaking as a realist and realistic dude. Because when it come down to these feds, you got to tell something. Not necessarily tell on somebody, but tell on your motherfucking self. And Boosie ain't gonna tell on himself because he caught in the hood syndrome. I ain't telling nothing. That's what's gonna hurt him. He gonna get the longest sentence you can ever think of for a felony with a gun charge. They can give you 30, they can give you 40. People think it's all about the 5 and 10. No, they can give you what they want. 10 is mandatory. They can ask for 40 years if they want it. If you fight it, you gonna get the 40. But if you want to get 4 or 5, you got to snitch on yourself. Like a lot of these dudes do. They get 3 and 4 years, they snitch on themselves. And y'all don't hear about them snitching because it involves nobody else but themselves. You got to admit that the gun was yours. You got to admit you're a part of a game. You got to admit a lot of this shit. If not, that the agreement ain't going to work. That's what Gunner got caught up in. People say they told it, but what it was, they used him saying he was part of a game. Why I say it was a game? Because he had to, because 9 or 6 or 7 other niggas already said it's a game, and them folks know it's a game. So if he stood there and said he didn't think it was a game, his plea deal went away. So he had to say, yes, it's a game. Because it was part of his plea deal coming home. Gunner coming home is doing a lot for Young Thug. Why y'all think he #1 and Young Thug ain't saying nothing about him? He's paying for Young Thug lawyer. Those records, he's still signed to Young Thug. The show money is going to Young Thug's lawyer. Young Thug need him out here. While y'all sitting there talking about Gunner and Thug, man, Thug just can't say I told him to tell on me, but he need that nigga that's his artist. Gunner, Thug lost a lot of money inside that courtroom, fighting them cases. He losing money, got to sell shit, got to let shit go. Gunner is paying for his offense. We can't say that because it probably go against Gunner's, plea deal. But it's what he's doing. And we all say, Boosie, lay down, Boosie. Fuck that, be a real nigga. That's him. Listen, you suck ass niggas who ain't got no bills, who ain't got no houses, who ain't got no kids to feed. If you do, you don't give a fuck about your kids. In that Fed penitentiary, you got to come up with an idea, my nigga. Like I had some homeboys from my city get caught up in some Fed charges, 6 to 7 months. One of them called me and said, Pistol, man, tell them nigga, I'm finna tell on them, tell on me. We all can come home and admit to we all admit to what we did. To me, the shit sound crazy. I made a song called It Ain't Cool to Snitch because that one individual called me telling me that. But guess what? Every one of them came home. And guess what? Every one of them still friends right to this day because they told each other. They admit to they wrong and came home. All the niggas I know who said they ain't gonna say nothing, lay down, got football numbers, are still locked up doing time right to this day. You go have to tell something. Not necessarily tell on somebody, but tell on your motherfucking self. And that's what niggas need to get caught in the hood syndrome, so I ain't telling nothing. And they gonna let everybody around you starve and suffer for your ignorance. Boots had to tell something, he had to admit it, man, that was a gun. I was out there. I told her to protect myself. Anything they can say to make their plea deal where he'll get 4 or 5 years, all them folks want is you to admit to your wrong and not go to trial. Maybe you want to say it's a cap gun and then lying and I already got proof and people that you don't really know about it go tell them that gun was real, then your ass is done. You got to be smart. I had a homeboy go to feds. Kids had everything. I talked to one of his sons and said, man, when Pops went to prison, Pete, man, we got no cars. We had no, man, our lights was out. Man, we ain't have nothing. I remember going to the grocery store on a moped. Had 4, 6 bags of groceries on a moped. A little boy going shopping for his mama at 14. Some sad shit. Boosie kids will have some same stories. Because Boosie taking care of them kids. Boosie got 12, 15 kids. Can't leave them kids behind. Y'all ain't thinking about them kids. Well, y'all telling Boosie don't say that. Them kids say, Daddy, say something. They don't want to go back to poverty. They don't want it. You saying, damn, man, you promote snitching. Nah, nigga, I ain't promote snitching. You got to think of the way of beating them folks. Because in that penitentiary, you go fry or you go die. Inside that penitentiary, you got to think of some way to come home and feed your family. You got to be smart. Gangster was smart, told on himself. But he told some other individuals who happened to be deceased. Nobody got no time behind what Gangster said. He admit to the murders he committed, along with some more people who did it, who deceased. He was smart. Gunner, in a certain way, he was smart. He's home, doing videos, driving a Rolls Royce, living his life. But what y'all say he told on Thug, he told on himself. Rollo told on himself. Now the same thing Boosie had criticized all 3 of those guys for, he now had to do himself. It's telling himself. When y'all say, y'all hear niggas snitching, it ain't necessarily him tell on nobody, give nobody no time. Boosie got to snitch on himself. He got to admit to everything to keep him going to court. Yeah, that's a gun. I was in the wrong, Your Honor. They gonna give him 4 years. He come home and feed his kids. If not, they gonna get that boy 30, 40, trying to go with that old, I'm a real street nigga with that hood syndrome. Niggas telling on themselves. You got to think of a way to come on. The difference between telling on yourself and telling on other people. Or unless you tell other people, y'all come together and say, man, let's tell what we know on each other and come on home. The name of the game is to come home, my nigga. But without hurting nobody else. As long as other parties agree on it, then do it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's all about coming home. Because in that Fed, you gonna fry or die. Ain't no coming home. Love y'all. Peace.
Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.